Hello Type 1 team. Today we're going to be talking about stem cell therapy. As a Type 1 diabetic who also has Crohn's disease, I was very apprehensive when it came to stem cell therapy. I've heard a lot of good things from many people, few of which have been cured of their Type 1 diabetes. And I've also heard of it putting individuals with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or autoimmune diseases in remission. In this video, I'm going to cover why I'm getting stem cells, where I'm getting stem cells, how much the stem cells are costing me, and then after this video, I'm going to take you guys along for the journey and see how it does affect me, and hopefully if I have a good outcome or bad outcome, I can at least give you guys some information to further help you. A little backstory on myself if you don't know. 3 years ago, when I was 28 years old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and Crohn's disease on the same day. I spent 2 years thereafter my diagnosis pretty much bedridden and was completely disabled. So I had to relearn how to navigate life as an adult and how to cater to my body, not only being a diabetic, but having Crohn's disease as well. And those two things really do work against one another. Everything that's good for Crohn's is bad for diabetes, and vice versa. So it's a fine line to walk down and tough to navigate. So I've been searching for out-of-the-box ways to either cure myself or at least mitigate my symptoms from these. And something I came across was stem cells. Stem cell therapy has been used for years in the athletic community and is just within the past, I'd say 5 to 10 years, started to be used for the curing of diseases or autoimmune diseases like what I have. So that piqued my interest and I started doing a little research. After doing months of research, I was really on the fence about following through to get stem cells, for the simple reason that I guess I didn't understand how the stem cells were introduced to the body, what the recovery process looked like, how much the stem cells were actually going to mitigate the problems and symptoms that I was having from my diabetes and Crohn's. When I was first doing the research, I thought that you had to get stem cells for your diabetes or stem cells for your Crohn's, and so I shied away from it. And the reason being, I didn't want to go get stem cells just for my diabetes, and from what I read, only have it help my diabetes, my symptoms of my diabetes, 20 to 40%. That to me wouldn't change anything in my life. I would still have a pump, I would still have to change my injection sites, I would still have to change out my Dexcom. My injection sites are changed once every 3 days. My Dexcom is changed once every 10 days. The only difference that would make was how much insulin I would actually have to take in my eyes. That's what I envisioned. With that being said, I denied doing stem cells because of what I thought was a minor improvement for a major price. And we'll get into pricing in a little bit. But that to me wouldn't make sense because it wouldn't change anything about my lifestyle, so I thought. After contacting the stem cell therapy establishment and letting them know my concerns, that if I was just coming in for the stem cells for my diabetes, I'd still have my Crohn's to deal with, and I'd only have maybe a 20 to 40% improvement. And I told them that basically wouldn't work for me. And they rebutted and told me that their recommendation of 90,000 new stem cells being introduced to my body would dramatically help not only my diabetes but my Crohn's as well. So with that new information that it would mitigate not only my diabetes but my Crohn's as well, for me that seems like good enough reason to go through with the process. I am getting stem cells in Tijuana, Mexico. I know a lot of people, oh my God, you're going to Mexico to get stem cells, are you crazy, blah, blah, blah. And the answer is yes. Yes and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. From the research that I've done, the stem cells that you get in the United States aren't as potent as the ones that you would get in any other country in the world. So to go to Mexico and get stem cells from a doctor who's from San Diego, and the only reason that he opened up his stem cell therapy center in Mexico was so that he could get the most potent stem cells for the cheapest cost to his clients, to his patients. So let's talk about money. The price for the stem cells, like I said, they are not cheap. Super expensive. For myself, they recommended I get 90 million stem cells for my treatment. And that means a $4,500 down payment. And then after the treatment, it's going to be an additional $2,950. So the total for my treatment for the 90 million stem cells is $7,450. It for me was such a big life decision to decide to take that chunk of money and really roll the dice, because there's no guarantee that these are going to heal you or even mitigate the issues that you have. I mean, there's a lot of empty promises. And so that's why I'm making this video, is to tell you guys, you know, my experience, and hopefully make it easier for you to go through the process if it's something that, you know, benefits me and hopefully can benefit you. The end goal is just to share the information that not a lot of people have about this stem cell therapy, and going to another country to do it. So on March 6th, I will be flying down to San Diego. They want me to do the stem cell therapy fasted, 8 hours in advance, no big deal. Just don't eat prior to going in for the treatment. I have to be completely bedridden for 2 days after the stem cell therapy. That's no movement, just getting up to use the restroom. Food needs to be brought to me, so to have somebody there to cater to you is important. And luckily my Ma unit, she's coming through. So Mama, I love you, thank you, shout out. I'm very excited about it, but I don't have any expectations. And I've learned throughout this whole process of being sick, I've learned that the only thing that leads to disappointment are expectations. So you can still have a high morale about something, but don't expect to be healed after the process, or don't expect to reap benefits. Having that mentality makes going through life a lot easier. I'm excited to take you guys along for the ride. I'm excited to see what it does for me, and hopefully with these videos I can help you guys make a more educated decision on either going through with stem cell therapy. If you're excited about this, or you have a similar story, leave a comment below. Let me know. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know what you're considering getting stem cells for. And I just hope that we can help educate one another. We can build a family, so make friends in the comments. I love you guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me one of these. Give me a big old thumbs up. Just to show me, because there's not a lot of ways when you're making these videos, to let somebody know that you enjoyed it. I love and appreciate you guys, and if you want to see more from me, consider subscribing, hitting the little notification bell, just so you know when the next video I post is. I love you guys. Strive for more. Deuces.